Right, everybody, hi. I want to talk to you about a Zoom h4n Pro recorder that I bought off of eBay. I think it was last week. I totally lose track of time, I do. I think it was last week. It's I should have had this on. That's it. Yeah, sorry about that. Yes, this Zoom h4n Pro recorder. Now a lot of people, they call the old h4n Pro, the old type h4n, people tend to call them a Pro, and they're not. You can tell the Pro by the front screen on it is different. This area is different here, and if it's a Pro, it'll have it wrote on it there. Now I've got one on the keyboard, sitting on there, mounted on the keyboard, which is all set up for when I'm playing, so my playing's going to come through alright, and then if I'm singing, that's going to come through alright. I'm not guaranteeing the sound of my singing, but the recording will come out okay, as best I can get it anyway, without having to get involved with getting a program and run it through a program on a computer. I can't handle all that, I'm afraid. No, so I've got to do it this way or nothing at all. But anyway, I think I'll come out with a fairly decent sound on my recordings. Not on this one, because as you can see, the recorder's in my hand, the other one's on the wall there. So I'm not using a recorder. You're getting the sound straight into the camera from a shotgun mic mounted on top of the camera. What I should have done, which I should have connected this to the camera, used these two mics to talk, and it'd been a lot different, but I didn't think about that. So anyway, I've got several recorders, as you can see. I'm pleased with all of them, the way they are. But the bonus that this one gives you is you can run it off a battery, external battery, or you can run it off the mains if you buy an adapter, which is on that one. It's got an adapter on it that's coming off the mains, so you haven't got to buy batteries, you know, expensive batteries. I always use rechargeables anyway, so once you've bought them, you've got them till they wear out, which they last quite a long time. In fact, I've not worn any out yet, and I've been doing this a few years now. Right, let's get back to this. So that's a bonus. The other bonus is it's got two XLRs on the bottom you can plug in with the locking catches so they don't fall out. So if you put them in it, then you can attach a mic to this end, or you can get a lead. You can get a lead with that's a male with a female end, and then you can plug a mic in, either a lavalier mic or a shotgun mic. This is a one. I only bought this week. This little mic, lovely little thing. A Rode. They're type mics. The Rode. I've got a Rode on this camera here, on the rig here. I'm using there, and I've had that a long time, that one, and that's got a battery in it. Got one of the square, I think they're 9-volt batteries, 6-volt, 7-volt, something like that, little squarey type battery, and that's brilliant. That is that mic. Let's get back to this then. What I want to talk about is, as I say, I bought this off a chap on eBay, and when I unwrapped it, got it out of the box. It was sticky, it was horrid. And I was up to here, I thought, oh my giddy aunt now, I've got to have all the trouble of sending this back and emails and this, that and the other. But I got in touch with the chap and he said, I'm terribly sorry. If you want to send it back, I'll refund you your full amount. He said, or if not, I'll give you something off it. So they offered me £50 off, and I accepted. Because I thought I'll find a way around, because I never got a hand on it all the time. If that was mounted to my camera, all I've got to do is handle is to unpack, get it off my camera, put it in its box, because I've got them cases with these sponge linings that I put all my gear in, so it gets all put in nice and neat and safe for transport. So I've only got to pack it away and unpack it, put it back on the tripod, so I won't handle it too much. So I had a little idea. I did try to wash it with some antibacterial squirty liquid stuff, SIP. I didn't spray it on. No, I'm not a numpty. Didn't spray it on. I sprayed it on a cloth, and I tried it in a place that it wouldn't show up. It was going to go wrong, and I wiped a piece, but it didn't bring the sticky off. It stayed. So a bit disappointed there. But then after I bought it, when I said, yeah, all right, I'll go for that, mate. I was sitting pondering how I can get over this, and I thought, I wonder if a bit of talcum powder would help. So I've got talcum powder on the shelf in there, because I've got the wife uses baby talcum powder after she showered, and I've always got a stock of it, because I go shopping and I multi-buy, so I haven't got to go shopping a lot of times, once a month basically. And so didn't put a lot on. I put a little bit on, rubbed it all in, of course rubbed it in your hands, and then rubbed my hands all over it, and it got it all over the unit, and then it looked like it was powder, you know, the white powder was all everywhere. So I've got a nice soft cloth and mopped it over this cloth all round, and it's come up to what it is now. You can't see anything. I'll get it down in front of the camera, so I'll put it a bit higher then. But it's not, as you can see, you can see my hand sliding through it. You couldn't have done that before, your hands would have stuck. It's lovely now. When I say lovely, I've not cured it, but you can handle it. You can handle the thing. And I'm not saying that that's the all and end all, because I reckon that once your hands get sweaty and start using it again like that, holding it, it's going to go back to where it was. It's all sticky, gooey. But as I said to you, I won't be handling it, because it'll be mounted. So it's only got to come off the mount into the box, out the box, back on the mount when I go out. So that's it. I mean, the reason I bought a second one to put on there and go out, where I could have used that one, is if I took that down to put on the camera, I've got to adjust it then. I've got to adjust the settings inside, the sound volume and how much is going in and coming out to suit the camera. Then when I come back, I've got to change it back to how it was to suit the keyboard. And doing the keyboard is all trial and error. You've got to play a little bit into camera, then play it back on the computer to listen to how the quality's come out. Load of messing about, I can tell you. I didn't want to go down that route, so that's why I bought another one. And I really didn't want to send it back if there was a possibility I could keep it. Because at that price, I mean, it was I think it was £127 I bought, and with the 50 quid off, it's cost me roughly 80 quid, isn't it? Something like that, give or take. And if I need to sell it in the future, if I buy something different or better to record with, and something that's going to mount on my camera, not too heavy. These are quite meaty, and these are very light. Yeah, so 80 quid, if I've got to stick it in the cupboard and leave it there, it'd be alright, wouldn't it? It's not a big deal, £80 these days. So anyway, anybody that's got one of these that's not sticky, be very careful. If your hands are sweaty, don't handle it. I think that is the only way I could think that is the problem. Is your sweaty hands, because there's no reason for it to go gooey. If it's sitting there doing nothing, if it's out in the damp, yes. If it was left outside, wouldn't be a good thing for it. So yeah, be very careful. And if you have got a sticky one, just put a little drop of baby powder on it, or it might be better to put it on your hand, rub it in your hands, and then pick that up and rub it all around like that. Then use a nice soft cloth to wipe it all off, and you'll find it's all right after that. And then if you don't handle it, it should stay all right. Right, okay, I think that'll do. And oh, I just forgot to say, you can use these mics instead of plugging the mic into this. If you mount that on your camera, you can use these two mics, which are brilliant. And you can get this fits on the top. This is a dead cat for it. That fits on there. Yeah. I don't know if that looks like my granddad's wig, that looks like. Hey, cowboy. Yeah, so if you're out about with it and using them mics, you've got to have one of these to stop the wind, because it just whips across the tops of them mics, and it ruins your vocals. It ruins it. Right, okay. Right, we'll catch you on the next vid, which won't be too long. I've got a sculpture for you. It's another moaning vid. I'm good at them. Right, okay, catch you later.